Brian Sampson here with a quick piece on why you should be playing Far Cry 4's competitive multiplayer. Asymmetric combat is a difficult thing to pull off. Splinter Cell Spies vs. Mercs, Left 4 Dead's Humans vs. Infected, and the upcoming Evolve's Hunters vs. Monster are a few games off the top of my head that seem to have done a great job at it. Now you can add Far Cry 4 to that list with its competitive multiplayer titled Chronicles Battles of Kyrat. I'm not saying this mode is perfect or doesn't feel tacked on. It really should have just been another instance and world rather than a separate menu, and its loadout customization menu is kind of a mess. But Far Cry 4 is a strange beast. It's a game that when it fails, I often find the attempt kind of endearing or even comical, rather than frustrating. So back to asymmetric combat. Far Cry 4's multiplayer pits Golden Path fighters with modern conventional firearms, vehicles, and explosives versus the I'm just gonna say Rack from now on. The Rack, a bunch of drug-addled speed freak shamans who fire bows, ride elephants, craft potions, and call in bear strikes. When you throw these two forces together, in my two favorite modes, Outpost and Hunt for the Demon Masks, magic happens. Starting with Outpost, basically base defense, the Rack have to capture and hold a village for a set amount of time to win. Golden Path holds up and defends. Now normally I'd give it to the Rack, but there's a twist. A tower, players will find familiar from the campaign, sits away from the main objective and broadcasts the location of Rack fighters at all times. So even though they can cloak when crouched, they still show up on the minimap. Teams war for the tower as much as the main objective. And crafty Golden Path players will mine or booby-trap the tower. Crafty Rack fighters, on the other hand, will grab an elephant and stomp the crap out of Golden Path players coming to set the tower back up, or use teleportation arrows and stab people in the back. It's the balancing act of prioritizing the tower with the main capture point that makes this mode so chaotic and so much fun. In the mass capture mode, on the other hand, speed is king, and the Golden Path fighters have vehicles. Glorious vehicles to run over Rack fighters, run over to objectives, and did I mention running over Rack fighters? Oh, that never gets old. Rack, on the other hand, harvest red plants and get high as balls, then run at superhuman speeds. And that's pretty much it. You just let the two sides loose, and asymmetric warfare creates chaos in the middle. Far Cry 4 may be rough around the edges, but the sandbox is so worth your time. Oh, and did I mention there's a map editor on console? You can even make your own crazy sandboxes. Aaron out.